This weather makes me just want to crawl up in my bed and cry. But that's okay, because we're going to be making a tote bag to make ourselves feel better. First step is to cut out the fabric pieces. The only thing is I don't know if I have enough fabric, so let's see. So I've had to rethink the design a bit. The first one that I saw, we don't have enough fabric for. But I was scrolling through Pinterest and I saw this and I was like, this is exactly the type that I want to go for. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to put a pocket on the front, put the letters on the back. The aim for today is to do the bag and then we can do the letters another day. It's currently like 7 o'clock. My aim is to get this done in like 2 hours max. So I've gone ahead and cut out the pieces that we're going to need. So I've just cut out these 2 pieces, which is for the bag itself. We're going to add a cute little pocket to the front and then the straps that we need as well. But the first step is adding on this pocket onto one side of the tote bag. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm taking that pocket and I'm folding it by 1/2 inch and I'm folding it again. I'm just going to clip that in place and stitch across, and that's the first stitch that we're going to do. I used a top stitch thread just so I could have that jean type of effect. And what you can also do if you want is use twin, or what do you call it? Twin G needles. Mine was too big for the machine, so I didn't end up using it. But this can help give it that jean or denim effect a bit more if you want to as well. So I folded the rest of the corners of the pocket by about 1/2 inch and I've just pressed that to make it flat off camera. Now I'm just measuring with my tape measure inwards from the edge of the sides of the bag by about 2 inches. I think it was 2 inches, and the same from the top, just kind of gauging where the midpoint of that pocket is going to sit, because I don't want it to be leaning to one side, if that makes sense. I want it to be dead in the center. So once I've got my placement right, I'm just going to pin the pocket in place and then I'm going to stitch around it with my sewing machine. Granted, I'm only stitching around the sides and the bottom because we stitched the top, because granted, we need an opening for the pocket, so do bear that in mind. And because I didn't have my twin needles, I just did a double kind of stitch next to them. But yeah, honestly guys, I don't know what was going on. I almost ran out of my thread. My stitches weren't coming out right. I don't know if it was the weather or tiredness or what, but it's currently 8:22. So far I have done the pocket. I did seam rip it because it looks a bit janky and I've run out of thread, so we're gonna regroup. We'll come back tomorrow, gonna get some thread and hopefully we can get it done then. The pocket literally took forever, but now we're done. I'm just laying the bag pieces together, right sides facing, and I'm stitching along the sides and the bottom. So I used a triple straight stitch just because it's a tiny bit sturdier than a regular straight stitch, but you can use a zigzag stitch or another stitch if you want to as well. I feel like we're back on track a little bit. So I've stitched around the bag. Now I'm just gonna add a bit of depth to it by boxing off the corners, if that's how you say it. So I'm just pinching the bottom and like this. So it's almost like making a little triangle, and I'm just going to measure up from the bottom by about 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to mark that, and then I'm going to take my pin, if I can find it, and I'm just going to pin it in place. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. So I'm folding it so it creates a triangle. I'm marking down by about 1.5 inches, and I'm just pinning it in place. So I'm trying to make sure that this looks boxed off at the bottom and getting the seams to match as much as possible. So to do that, the aim is to, let's see if I can show you. If I can open up the seam and just make it flat. If it's flat and I'm stitching along there, I can pin in the middle. And then I can start my stitch from here and stitch out, start my stitch from here again and then stitch down. So once we've stitched it, trying to get those seams to match up perfectly, we can trim off the excess. I don't know how I feel about this bag right now, but we're going to trust the process. So what I've done is I've folded it the top by 1/2 inch and then 1 inch, and I've pressed all the way around it. And I'm going to stitch around it because we're going to add our straps on next. We just want this top part to be secure, and I've changed my stitch to be like the same as this thread so that it can have that kind of jean type effect to it. So I'm going to see if you can do the straps quickly and call it a night. It's currently like 10 p.m. So I folded the straps in by 1/2 inch on both sides, and then I folded it in half and pressed it. And I've also folded down this top bit a little bit. Just pressing makes it so much easier to like stitch and to know what you're doing. So now I'm just going to stitch down the length of our straps, and that's going to prepare us to add it onto our tote bag. So to add these straps to the bag, I think I marked about 2 inches away from the sides and then added the chalk marking to kind of help me decide where exactly I want to place it. Doing that for both sides, and you just want to make sure that your straps aren't looping or twisting as you're putting them on. And then I'm really taking my time and stitching around like the 4 corners of these straps to kind of give it that almost, I don't know, boxy, is boxy the right word, kind of effect, and then stitching it so it's all secure and in place. Honestly, this bag has taken me so much longer than I thought it would, but we're pretty much done. I've added on the straps. Now what I want to do is just add a bit more life to it. I saw this design where they added like letters onto the bag, so I'm going to try to do that with some excess fabric. But what I'm going to do first is just like draw the size of the letters that I want. I'm just going to put tote bag, like the words tote bag on it. I'm also considering bleaching it, but it depends what it looks like when I add on the letters. I'm just doing this as a gauge to see what size letters I'm actually going to need. This is not going to look perfect in any way, shape or form, but that's okay. So I'm taking the excess fabric and I'm using the wrong side of the fabric this time, and I'm just marking down by about 3 inches and then drawing a straight line just so that we have an even line to work with for the letters. And what I'm also going to do is just mark about 2 inches across the width as well, just so that when I'm drawing out the letters they can kind of be the same size. And I'm kind of just roughly drawing or sketching, whatever you want to call it, just tracing out those letters so that we can cut them out. Cutting out the letters was by far the most therapeutic part of this very chaotic sewing vlog. I'm just going to blame the chaos on the weather. But as you can see, we're cutting out those letters, and you can either stitch it onto the bag or you can glue it onto the bag. Gluing is by far the easier option, but do whatever floats your boat. And then once we've done that, we should be pretty much good to go. This is what mine came out looking like. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe so I know to keep doing videos like this, and I will see you in the next one.